The diabetes, the arthritis, the heart disease, the dementia, the obesity, the cancers are affecting about 70% of deaths.
We have an epidemic cascade of debilitating disease that's overcoming the country.
18% of children are morbidly obese right now. We're on par to have 1 in 3 people be diabetic in the next 25 years. That's crazy statistics.
Have this very dangerous situation.
Large amounts of these substances have unquestionably been associated with clogged arteries, high blood pressure, diabetes, autoimmune diseases. Absolutely, the science is solid.
We're talking life and death.
Health organizations have become co-opted. They are taking money from the very industries who are causing the problem.
Going on YouTube, it's your boy, the Ginger Vegan. I am here with Kiefer. We have just watched, I've just watched it fully. Kiefer watched it before me, second time. What the health? More like what the seriously, okay, like where do we start? Like, first of all, for me, the interesting point was at the start of the documentary. There's a quote, a famous quote, and it says about, let thy food be thy medicine. Really interesting because one of my best friends recently, Ashley David Simon, if you don't know him, check him out, follow him. Ashley, we love you, miss you. He was here for 3 months in LA with me at the start of the year, and he'd already been exploring veganism and vegetarian and just trying all different things. Anyway, he became vegan, which is amazing, and he said to me, Nick, I keep having conversations with people and they ask me about it and they say, but what about the animals? And people talk about the animals a lot, and that's obviously a massive part of it. Thanks. That's obviously a massive part of it. But he said to me, Nick, no one's talking about what
health benefits.
What we eat is killing us. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Ash, you're so right. It's mad how we've been almost pretty much brainwashed by all these companies and everything that's happened in the meat industry and the dairy industry, and how it's poisoned us and how we've become brainwashed, and that we stopped looking at food like medicine. Fruit is amazing. Blueberries and strawberries and this, as humans, we look at those fruit and we look at that fruit and we're like, oh, it's so nice, and it looks appealing, it's tasty. And you said actually about in What the Health, they mentioned about putting fruit into a blender, right? Into a smoothie blender.
Yeah, about putting fruit and vegetables and stuff into juices or blenders, to make a smoothie or a healthy juice. And he said, compare that to putting a dead animal in there and blending up some fish or blending up some lamb.
It's repulsive. It's it's really unappealing. You'd be like, oh, okay, you just drink some cod.
Beef, yeah. You
what?
just wouldn't do that. It's making me gag.
Yeah, and you're definitely pushing 4 years now, right? Being vegan.
3 and a bit.
No, more, definitely now. I think, anyway, we've lost track. 3. We've both been vegan for well over 3 years now, and it's definitely the best thing I've ever done. And her uncle called me today. Her uncle called her today, didn't he? Mm-hmm. And he's Uncle Shane, right? Yeah.
Shane.
He and he's been eating meat all his life, and a lot of family members actually of Kiefer's, because she really pushed it straight onto them, and it actually all started being okay, wow,
really taking note of everything that I've been trying to tell them. I told them to watch What the Health. They did. They've already made some changes.
It's amazing. So many of our friends and our family have made changes. I text my mum, didn't I, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, Mum, have you got Netflix? And she was like, no. I was like, okay, download it again and you can use Kiefer's account, because as your son,
have to watch this.
I love you and you need to watch this. She's already changed lots of things in her diet, but I know about you guys, I said it in my opening vlog, I was like, I don't want to be living to 80, 85, oh yeah, you had a good life. No, man.
Well, not even people don't even make it to 80 sometimes,
I know.
70, it's not what you want to do. I want to live as long as possible, as healthy as possible. So, there's no point in being 89, 90 100, and not knowing who your family are, or not, you know, having dementia or having Alzheimer's,
Seeing your
all these,
grandkids and
you know, and not remembering people, and not being healthy, like in here and in here. So for me, it's more about being healthy from the inside out, and that's how I want to remain.
And it's funny that you said that about being healthy from the inside out, because that NFL player that is in What the Health, who became vegan, he got stronger. He got stronger. His strength went up. You know, he said, I was bench pressing like over 400 pounds. Like, oh my god, I'm vegan. I'm bench pressing
more
this.
than I ever have before. People are
Yeah.
stronger than they've ever been before. Not only are people surviving on a vegan diet, but they're thriving on a vegan diet.
Yeah, and he said
they're
like
stronger than they used to be. They're stronger than ever.
And he looks
And
at
they're
these other
leaner
guys in
than
the
ever.
gym, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, you're big and you're huge, but like your heart's crying inside that body. And I was like, wow, it's true.
Yeah, like they said about the people who are in the gym and they're like 39 years old, and that's the person that's going to drop dead at the gym at 39 years old because
Has a
they're
higher
unhealthy.
possibility.
Yeah, it has a higher possibility because they're not healthy from the inside
Yeah.
out. They look healthy on the outside, but they're not healthy inside.
And you know, like, I really loved the documentary because I think it scares people, and people get upset about seeing animals getting tortured and going through a horrible pain. And I mean, What the Health kind of tackled it in a different way, whereas it was just showing you little bits. It wasn't too extreme, like, you know, Cowspiracy or Earthlings. It was more like, let's talk about the health and nutrition side. But I know the whole thing of animals and getting tortured, and it's horrible, and I know people don't like it, and they just, because, you know, I think ignorance is bliss, and it clearly is, like, not in a negative way, but it is.
Not that you think that. You think that's what people...
Yeah, well, it is though, because if slaughterhouses didn't have walls, most people would be vegetarian, vegan, just out of pure disgust of what they see.
Yeah.
I personally have never seen a slaughterhouse, neither has she. But
Seen it on...
I mean, we've seen it enough on telly and stuff for it to hurt. But, you know, just going into like the spiritual level a little bit of like the animal side of things now, you know, and it is a massive part of
And
why I
this is
became
my
vegan.
number one reason why I
Like-
became vegan.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go and say it. You're really popular, by the way. It's ruined my vlog. Anyway,
It's probably my mum.
no, yeah, like, okay. So when you eat meat, right? We know it's bad for you. Everyone knows. Everyone's becoming aware of all different links. Like, I could babble on forever about it, but the pain and suffering that animal goes through, you eat that. You put that in your body. The sadness, the upset, the hurt, the things it
fear.
feels, the fear. Also, not many people are talking about, and not many channels that I've looked at, or not many vlogs or anything, are talking about adrenaline. Animals are like us, their blood pumps, right? Their heart pumps. If you know someone's about to kill you, or you're about to go through some sort of torture, you have a huge rush of adrenaline that goes through your body. Then they get killed, that adrenaline still remains in the blood, in the muscle.
In the tissue.
You then eat that, and that goes in. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. It's just maybe something to think about.
It's not good for you.
No, of course it's not good for you. But just really think about that. I mean, obviously most people that want to be vegan are coming this way to watch this, to understand about. I mean, let's just quickly talk about the sponsorship thing as well in What the Health. Like, all the sponsors, like, money and greed are ruining our health because they kill. It's a vicious cycle. The animals, what we're eating is killing us, and then it goes round. And then also the animals that are being left, the one bit she spoke about, the pigs, are left there and then reused to be food, ground up to be food for the hogs and the pigs that are waiting to get slaughtered. It just goes back into the feed. It's a horrible cycle. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this as well. I'm going to go out there and say it because it's popped into my head. Yeah, a lot of this documentary is based in America, and yeah, America is pretty bad and pretty messed up with what's going on. But Europe does have better standards. It does have higher standards. It still doesn't make it any better, though. It doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make any difference. What we're consuming, whether the meat that's going into us and the stuff that's fed with the antibiotics, I could say it time and time again, I swear, it's just as bad. It doesn't matter. Just, oh, like, you know, because some people have that thing, oh yeah, but I eat meat, but I live in Europe, I'm not in America. It doesn't matter, man. Animals still going through the pain, suffering.
Or I have non-GMO, organic, grass-fed, this, that. It doesn't make a difference.
And that is true. And another point as well was, like, I found crazy that a lot of these animals that are getting raised and just to be killed are being fed corn and GMO soy, then people that are not vegan or vegetarian talk about soy and go, oh, it's so bad for you. Yeah, of course, genetically modified soy is bad for you. Anything genetically modified is. But there's plenty of organic soy and sprouted soy, which is even better for you. And people are still causing up a fuss, and I'm like, wait a minute, the animal that you're killing is also hurting the earth, hurting you, and eating stuff that you're trying to have an argument against. It's just, it's crazy to me. So you're still eating the soy and you're still eating the soy. And the GMO. Yep, you're still eating all that stuff in one sitting. I'm going to be honest as well, like I actually got kind of a bit emotional watching it as well, because it was kind of like tears of like sadness and like a little bit of frustration. Like, I want everyone I know and love to change their diet just so they live longer and they have more years and they have more fulfilling lives and they're not ill and they don't get terrible illnesses. Like, we spoke about the animals, but on a real level, like human to human, like I want all my people that I love, that I live with, that I care about, to live amazing, long, prosperous lives without all these crazy illnesses and feel great. Like, and it was so inspiring. Like, that did get me a bit emotional in the documentary, with the woman that was 61 who had the osteoporosis, I think, or she was dealing with like all these crazy different things, like all different medications she was on, and same as the other guy. And within 2 weeks, they were off the medication just through diet. Like, okay, like the whole all vegan and save the animals, hell yeah, but like, yo, save yourself. Like, save yourself as well, because you're dying if you're eating that. And I really hope that you enjoyed us babbling on and listening to us talk about this. And I have to give her full credit, because she finds all these things even before I do, and then like I look like the cool one that documents it and vlogs it, whereas she is the driving force behind everything. No, it's true. Like, this t-shirt that I'm wearing, by the way, shout out to Wholesome Culture on Instagram, made this t-shirt. We have our own t-shirts coming out very soon, by the way. So that is coming very soon. Little plug there. But yeah, this woman, she makes great t-shirts, and yet again, this lovely one brought it to me, and it's a great message. It's true. Peace does start with empathy. It does. That's the final thought of this vlog, us chatting away. And I'm going to put before I go, I'm putting the link in the description box for the trailer for What the Health. Just go on Netflix. You can even get a month for free. So if you're broke or you can't afford it, whatever, just try it for free. Just watch that and then cancel it. And also, if you have been vegetarian before, went vegan, and then you went back to eating meat again, but you watched some of the documentaries, it didn't quite work for you, I would definitely just say, last thing, that this documentary ties everything together. It really will tie it together for you. Yeah. And I'm sending a lot of love to you all. Thank you for showing me love on this channel, and I hope you have a great day. And spread the message, man. Go vegan. Like, go vegan. Okay, guys, have a good one. Peace.